Badass Rides TV. I'm Brian, and today we're going to look at a friend of mine's car. It's a BMW E30, and he has put in a V8 M60 motor. Small car, big motor. Let's go take a look. Hey everybody, Badass Rides TV. Got Dan Connor here, Denver Performance Center, Raleigh, North Carolina. Hey man.
How you doing, Brian?
I'm good. Hey, so why should I talk to you?
Because we have a badass ride here.
Well, what makes you like the guy to talk to?
Just knowledge and
Okay.
experience, I guess.
Dan's being a little modest here. Dan is a BMW factory trained technician with 12 years of dealer experience and the valedictorian of UTI, Illinois. This guy knows exactly what he's talking
We
about.
have a 84 E30, which was started out as a 318.
So what's the E30?
It's BMW's
It's
entry
the
level
3
3
Series. It's the 3 Series. What years do you know?
This one ran from 84 to 91.
So it's like a 20-year-old car.
Correct.
Cool. What's cool about this car?
It has a cult following. There's a lot of people that like to race it in the Chump Car series or in the Lemons, 24 Hours of Lemons.
So what have you guys done to make this a badass ride?
It's really not an E30 anymore. Here, I'll show you.
All right.
We started out.
Damn! That is not a stock motor.
Well, it's not for this chassis. No, it's stock for the E34 body style, which is the 5 Series. And this particular engine came out of a 95, it's a 4-liter V8.
So it's much bigger.
It is bigger, yes, but on the contrary, it's actually shorter because we only have 4 cylinders in a row instead of 6.
Oh, so it doesn't. Oh, so you can push the mass backwards.
Correct. Weight-wise, fully dressed, it only weighs
Same weight, more weight, less weight.
20 pounds heavier than
So like nothing.
than the 6-cylinder, cast iron
So
6-cylinder.
it weighs about the same.
Correct. Yep.
So big V8.
Mm-hmm.
What's cool? What's badass about this motor?
Horsepower and torque numbers, and
Oh, isn't the one with the dual timing chains?
correct. So this is BMW's first version of their V8, which is the M60 V40. M60 is the engine designation. V40 is the liter, 4.0 liter. This motor was really stout from BMW. Has dual timing chains on the primary and secondary. The heads flow well. It's just very, very well put together engine.
So the concept of the whole car: small, light, good chassis, big torquey motor
Correct.
that
but-
weighs almost the same as the stock motor.
Yes, but it doesn't stop there. We've took pieces and parts from various BMW chassis and put them in this BMW chassis. So the other part that makes this car shine is the suspension on the car.
Well, let's show it to them.
So a couple key features underneath the hood here. The normal E30 hood opened up reverse.
Like that.
Correct. We've modified this one. These are hinges off of an E46 chassis.
Boom.
So the hood actually opens normal. The front clip
Yep.
was fixed. It's now removable. It has 6 bolts, here, 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 and then 2 here. We could swing off the whole front clip with the radiator attached, just disconnect the hoses.
And
then
you've got access to everything.
access to everything, and then the whole engine and trans will swing out the front now. So,
Damn, I got to tell you, I think you guys made a mistake here.
nope.
The engine is not straight, dude.
Well, you got a good eye. No, we purposely did that to offset driver weight. So
You set the engine in there crooked on purpose to offset driver weight?
correct. Yep,
Oh my
it's-
God,
it's
that's
offset.
badass.
Thank you.
All right, so you said the suspension is something you've worked on.
Yeah. So what makes this special back here is we've taken, again, this is an E30 chassis, and then the next generation was the E36, which went from 92 to 99.
Right.
The E30 suspension you could make work, but it's a little cumbersome and antiquated because it was just one.
Wow, cumbersome and antiquated. Big words.
Yeah. It had a single,
So basically old and it didn't work.
more or less, yeah. Single trailing arm versus true multi-link. So we have lower control arm here. We fabricated an upper control arm because that used to hold the spring.
Yep.
The spring is now on a true coilover, no longer needed, lightweight, and
So this thing's adjustable, right?
right,
So it puts a little negative camber in there.
correct. We can adjust camber here. This factory has an eccentric at the end, limited adjustment, a lot more adjustment now with the whole arm itself. And right here, we're looking at, this is a rear trailing arm right here. This whole car has been completely back-halved. We cut everything out, and the only thing that is still remained is
So this is all from about here back is all E36 with custom stuff.
Correct. So this major chunk with the subframe and control arms is E36. The rest of this here is all been fabbed, the whole rear subframe.
Cool.
And the way we did that was we had a donor car that we took the subframe out of, made a jig to the mounting points
Right.
of the factory car, which for the rear trailing arm. So you had 6 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Wow.
and 6. Cut this out in a big hole, and then just started building the subframe around it. Got the subframe built, put that in the car. Right.
Long story short, you know what you're doing.
No, I can't. I know the right people.
There
Let's
you
put
go.
it that way.
So
yeah.
this exhaust system, you don't buy this off the shelf.
No, it was a kit that was just made and pieced together. So it's true dual exhaust.
Cool.
I don't know if the camera could pick this up, but we actually have a Speedway Engineering sway bar with custom links.
I don't know what that means. What's that?
It's just a tubular sway bar, and you could adjust them.
Nice.
Nice piece.
So what else is cool about this car?
The fact that,
I've heard your brakes are pretty badass.
well, the brakes are badass. The whole front end is E36 too, and we can migrate up to there.
All right.
I just wanted to point out here, the fuel tank used to be here. It was a saddle tank over the drive shaft. We've integrated a fuel cell here. We have the fuel cell out right now so that you could see the rear suspension.
So what's a fuel cell do?
It's basically a technical term for a gas tank. It's just a cell.
Why do you need to swap out gas tanks?
Because the factory gas tank no longer fit in the car.
I guess that's a pretty good reason.
Exactly. Yeah, what
Right
we've
on.
done here for weight distribution purposes is moved the seating position about 6 inches back, including the steering wheel,
Wow.
the pedals.
Wow.
The pedals are also adjustable. We have it set up so that we can move them in and out depending on rider position, along with the seat can be moved forward and back. If you notice, the pedals here are right at about even with the B pillar, which normally when you floor a car, it actually goes to the floorboard. Ours is sitting about 6 inches back.
Wow.
And then also with the seat here, you notice, I'm sorry, the A pillar, the B pillar here, the seat is even with the B pillar. And we also moved the shifter back too, so everything has been pushed back about 6 inches.
And so what does that do for you?
It makes the center, the CG of the car more well balanced.
So the car, it creates a almost equal front to rear weight
Distribution.
bias or distribution.
Yep.
All right.
That's correct.
And what are you doing up here?
Here, we have this paneled off. We're going to have an AIM dash here that's going to tie in for data acquisition. The holes right there are for our remote reservoirs. We use a tilt-in assembly for the brake, the clutch, and yeah, that's really about it.
So this thing is full track. This thing
Correct.
is, this is really a race car. Does this car have ABS?
No, it's not going to have
So
any
no
dash.
ABS. So this thing is pure track car, pure race car. Really, it's a custom car, isn't it?
Yes, it's
How many hours are in it?
probably close to 2,000.
2,000. This thing's a piece of artwork, man. This is amazing. I got to tell you, Dan, I am so impressed with this car. What you guys have done with the rear suspension, the engine, the interior, it's amazing.
Thank you.
but there's more.
Yep.
What you got?
We've custom front brakes on the car. They're kind of a hybrid to make it work. We got Brembos. It's the big brake caliper.
So you got a Brembo caliper.
4 piston on a 14-inch rotor. The E36 hub. We modified the rear bracket. The hat was made.
So I don't know what a hat is. What's a hat?
That term means what the rotor bolts to.
Okay.
So this is 6061 aluminum, a square piece. We cut it out.
So this is custom fabricated. Wow.
Yep. And there's 2 pieces of it right here, and then this bolts to the rotor. And then we measured out the specs of the rotor, and then had Coleman make the rotors custom for it. So.
Wow. So how many, what do they call it? Pots or something like that? They're like 6-pot or 4-pot calipers? Has this got 4? That's the pistons.
Piston.
Right.
It's 4 piston.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is all 4 wheels?
Just the front. The rear is stock E46 M3 brakes in the back, which
that's a
will be
lot.
more than,
That's
yeah.
a lot.
So in conjunction with the setup in the front axle and that setup in the rear axle, on a 2,500 pound car will be.
So about a 2,500 pound car.
Yeah, that's what we're shooting for. Maybe that, yeah, full, correct, 2,500 pound car.
I gotta tell you, I can't wait to see this thing on the track.
Thank you.
Dude, thank you so much for everything. All right.